Getting feedback on your product and understanding how users interact with it is essential for improvement. But the quality of your feedback depends on the quality of the questions during the usability testing. Hi, my name is Miguel and welcome to UX Tweaks channel. Today I'm going to show you how to ask the right questions during your usability testing and when to use them at different phases. And make sure that you stay till the end because there will be 3 special tips for you. So let's get right into it. There are 2 different types of questions that you can ask your participants: open-ended questions and closed questions. So let's get started with open-ended questions. When asking open-ended questions, use what, how, and why in your sentences. Like, how do you perceive this product? What do you think about this new feature? Why did you select that option? You can also ask people to tell you more or describe. The goal is to get qualitative data, and you can only get this type of data by letting your participants express their opinions and thoughts completely. With closed questions, your goal is to get quantitative data from your respondents. You can ask simple yes or no questions, multiple choice, or scale questions. These type of questions don't allow them to include their thoughts or personal opinions. Now, you could ask perfectly worded questions without any errors, but if you ask them at the wrong time, you could compromise the quality of the feedback. So how do you know when to ask your questions? Well, I'll show you. There are 4 phases in usability testing where you can ask your questions to get optimal feedback. The first is the screener. These are questions to filter out respondents and to ensure you have ideal candidates for your testing. Sometimes you might need a simple question with a yes or no to find the right participant, while at other times you might need to dig a little bit deeper. It all depends on the test or type of product. The second are the pre-test questions. You ask these questions after selecting your ideal participants. These questions are there to help you understand their mood, their background, or their thoughts before the testing begins. The questions at this phase could be like, do you know this brand? What kind of device do you use? And the answers that you get here can significantly influence the final result. The third is the test day. These are questions asked while the participants are completing their tasks. By asking the right questions at this phase of the usability testing, you encourage your participants to verbalize their mental processes. There could be questions like, what do you think about that? Or, I noticed that you clicked on that. Can you tell me why you did that? When interacting with them, avoid asking leading questions, which could alter or influence their behavior during the usability testing. And lastly, we have the post-study questions. Like the name says, you complete these questions after the task is complete. They're a great way to know the exact impression your participants had of your design or the task they had to complete. Here, researchers can invite respondents to discuss or send them an open-ended questionnaire, which will allow them to fully express themselves. So finally, for those of you that stuck around, here are those tips I promised you for writing good questions. Tip number 1, keep your sentences short and clear. Tip number 2, focus on only one point in each question. And tip number 3, proofread and make sure your questions are grammatically correct. And that's it. We come to the end of the video. But remember, by asking the right questions at the right time, you'll get the most accurate picture of how people perceive your product. And lastly, don't forget to give us a like, subscribe, and comment below so that you don't miss our next videos.